Hey,
Hello, everyone.
how's it going? We got a lot of AoA
Yeah,
decks because of
yeah.
Ollie's, so
So we've had a windfall. We can confirm the Ollie's rumors. I told Justin this story, and I'll go through it real quick with everybody again, trying to hit the high notes. Um,
it was very fun.
It is a fun set. However, I do not actually look forward to doing like another Tournament of Champions with AoE
Because we don't want
again.
to play the bad stuff. The bad stuff felt
Yeah.
really bad. The
Yeah.
fun stuff is great. If we can
Yeah.
weed it down to the fun stuff, we'll probably do that.
So we actually wanted to talk about what we wanted to do with that, and I figured we might as well talk about it with chat just to see what people want to see. I think it might be worth doing some adaptive with. We could pick a couple of different. We could just say, hey, this is an adaptive night, and then we crack open some decks and play like adaptive with it. Not make like a full blown tournament out of it, but doing some individual practice with some of the other formats could be pretty cool. I wouldn't mind doing like a sealed night where we crack 3 and see which ones we would play.
Yeah.
That could be cool. We could do the we could actually do the nationals format, the triad, the sealed triad, where you ban one.
Just based on houses.
Based on houses, that could be fun. There's some stuff we can do with it. Since we've got a big pile of sealed product, there's an opportunity to play some stuff that we normally don't do, that we don't get a chance to do as much. So
I did open all of mine yesterday because I bought 21 two-player starters for $5 each of AoA. So I just opened all those. I didn't get anything great. Nothing that was like statistically better than any of the decks we already have for AoA.
Yeah.
There's probably some fun decks in there. So yeah.
See the adaptive reasoning. I could see that.
Yeah, we could definitely do that.
Yeah, I think so. That's what that'll look for that after this tournament. While we decide what we want to do for a long form, we'll probably just do some AoA exploration since we got it.
Sprinkle that in. I definitely want to do a cross set tournament because I think a lot of people want to see more like Dark Tidings versus other sets, and
yeah,
I want to do another tournament with our best decks. We could sprinkle in some AoA there too.
I'm guessing Ollie's like prices stuff based off of weight, and I don't think it sounds like a joke, but I mean the displays were $8 and the 2 deck starters were $5.
I think they just don't know, right? Like they don't know what
I don't know how they buy it,
Yeah.
but they have to price it based off of something, right?
I mean, because the MSRP is way different on this too. So like
it's a night and day, right? And there's like a $2 difference. So whereas Justin, you bought how many boxes?
21.
21 start. Okay, so I didn't get 21 starter decks. I got 5, but I got 5 displays at $8.
So you ended up getting way less. You got a way better deal on decks than I did.
Yeah, my price out the door, so including tax, was $69.44, and I had 70 decks to show for it.
Yeah, I got less. I paid a little more than $2 a deck. So no new Confage. There were a couple Drummernaut decks. I didn't get a lot, or Gangernaut decks.
My 70 are still sealed.
Yeah, so we'll see what happens with those.
I mean, the thing about a Gangernaut deck is they're very explosive, and I think there are some, especially like untamed versions, because you had like Glimmer, you had various recursion pieces in Untamed that you could set the combo up if it got disrupted in any kind of way. So I am excited to explore these decks. I was telling Justin, man, like we hit the dream of like a Maverick Martian Generosity. Just imagine.
I didn't open any Martian Generosities at all, by the way, in my 42.
Yeah.
But I got a lot of really cool logo sides. Like I was remembering how just explosive logo sides were.
If we place our tinfoil hats back on, the decks that are here are probably out of like yours were probably out of different cases, like the 5 displays that I have might be out of the same case. So it's going to be one of those things where like if there's a Martian Generosity, there might be several Martian Generosities in that run. And then if there isn't, then I may not see any, right? So just because of the semi-random pod-ish placement of rares, the tendency to see the same rares in display or cases. So.
Also, the AOA displays on Amazon right now are $25. So like even right there,
it's
insane, right?
How often do you get to say that you got a better price in person than you did on Amazon?
There must have been some sort of warehouse that busted open, was just like, we got to get rid of all this AOA, right?
Yeah, and that's a shame. That's a shame. It feels like they printed the same amount of AOA that there was of Coda,
and it was not even close.
Yeah,
to his bot,
which is definitely a shame. I guess we're only now fully understanding the damage that was done to the game with AOA.
Yeah, I think you're right. Because like we were saying yesterday, what if Worlds Collide was the second set?
Yeah.
What if Mass Mutation was the second set?
Yeah,
AOA didn't do anything for the game when it came out. It didn't change the game fundamentally. It didn't add a new house. It didn't add any new mechanics. It made the game actively slower.
Yeah, and you could argue that it made the game less fun because lands got nerfed right before it came out.
Yeah.
And so I think that soured a lot of people on the game because I think they thought it was like a precedent.
Where they were like, okay, I'm going to get a good deck and it's going to get nerfed, right?
Yeah, exactly.
So there's no point.
Yeah, so you see a card like Martian Generosity and you're like, well, there's no way that card survives. Before the next set comes out, they're just going to nerf that card before they release Worlds Collide so that I have to buy a Worlds Collide to keep up. So I think there were a lot of like, I don't want to say casual, but part-time Keyforge players, right? Like
they were soured by it.
That were, I think a lot of the Magic people were like, this game is dead.
I went to a sealed Coda tournament. It was like 3 weeks to a month before AOA came out at a local store, and there were 12 people there. And I think it was really impressive. Everyone seemed very passionate about it. They really enjoyed the game. And then AOA came out, and there was like one other person that was even interested in playing it with me at that store. No one else showed up for anything else. Like, I do not know what happened.
I don't
interest in Keyforge at that store.
Yeah, I don't know what happens to the interest in Keyforge from Coda to Worlds Collide. I felt like Worlds Collide, it was back on an upswing, and I think it had.
And Mass Mutation as well.
I can't imagine how well Keyforge would have done if Mass Mutation had come out on time
and not in a pandemic.
And COVID did not exist, right?
Yeah.
Because based off of the popularity of Mass Mutations, just how beloved that set is in the community.
I think it could have brought a lot of people back that lapsed,
yeah.
But I think right now it's going to be really hard to get anyone into a physical card game for another year and a half, at least at this point, right? We're in the thick of it right now.
Yeah, there's a lot of cards that slow the game down. So the stuff that the stuff that was basically passed through playtesting notes and whatnot that we've heard about was that the way the game was playtested informed why they made AOA the way it was. And so in Coda, you just kind of like played your cards and good stuff would happen. Programming, COVID, and I have not seen that. I need to take a look at that. Basically, so it was talking about the impact on the game, right? They thought that players in Coda would just play their creatures and reap until they won the game, right? Effectively, that's why there's so much reap hate in AOA. But what happens in an AOA matchup is that reap hate comes out and slows the game down to a crawl a lot of times. Yeah, we'll start that rumor right now. But yeah, so that's why AOA has all that reap hate, and it all feels really redundant. But it was put in that set to try to punish Coda, but it doesn't work. Because
Coda doesn't care about that.
Because the Coda decks are just very action heavy, right? Yeah. Like you get effects from your cards when you're playing them and move on, kind of thing. So it's at a similar level. So yeah, I think it's one of those where I think it's like, well, the thing is, if you started playing Keyforge before the pandemic, what other hobby would you start at this point, right?
There have been a lot of people
it's just
hopped into Keyforge recently.
I think it's just like
has stayed steady.
I think it's just a steady line, right? It may get a little smaller, it may get a little bigger, right? It may go up or down a little bit, but it's gonna like keep crawling along where it is, because what would you get into, right? Flesh and Blood? You kidding me? You gonna pay $14,000 for a card in Flesh and Blood?
for some reason.
You could own like 2/3 of the Keyforge decks in the world if you spent $14,000. Just going and buying bulk decks and stuff like that, right? So
Let's go to Ollie's.
yeah. $70. $70 doesn't even get you a dual land these days, all right? 15 years ago, $70 like dual lands didn't even cost $70.
Yeah.
Yeah, if
the amount of fun in those 70 decks is unparalleled, right?
14. Yeah, it depends on this is an algebra problem, right? Starter it's $8 times it's 8 times X plus 5Y or whatever to get you to the 14,000. I guess it's 12.
Yeah, 12.
7. Yeah, you'd have to break it down depending on like what you bought for what, right? Because there might be some starters, there might be some displays depending on which one you went to. Okay. No GAC.
The second of Grandland was
Maelstrom.
It was an auto. It was a buy. So I see there's 2 IDs in here: Archon's Callback, a Backup Plan, File Analysis, Science Phase Shift, Grand Melee. Okay. The Double Reach Advantage, Wipe Clear, Ultros Rostrum,
Z-Force. Z-Force is still advancing forward into this tournament.
Z-Force is too powerful. Yeah, you get some calluses, some blisters.
1,800 decks.
Let me get the bets.
At what point do you think you get bored of opening Keyforge decks?
I don't think that's a thing. It's a fun lottery.
We're talking about 1,800 decks. We have not even opened 1/3 of that.
I think we have.
We are right at the threshold of 1/3 of
Yeah.
that, right?
We're close.
But like AOA too. AOA is going to have some real low lows.
Yeah, you just scan and go. You set up some sort of contraption.
So
the problem is, where do you put all that trash? I already have a garage full of boxes because I'm gonna have to rent a dumpster to get rid of all the boxes. All right, 9, 10. We don't have a truck, so we have one friend with a truck. I could bribe him. Everyone's gotta have that truck friend.
yeah,
It's very important.
a truck buddy, if you will.
Truck bud. I think I have mulligan the sand. We could pay him in Keyforge decks. We will give you 70 Keyforge decks.
We did try to recruit him.
Yeah. He would have definitely played with us had the pandemic not hit, I think.
Yeah. Because we were trying to find a third for Worlds.
Yeah. Mini Cooper friend.
Hey, I am that Mini Cooper friend.
Yep. I upgraded my Honda Civic coupe to a Honda Civic hatchback, and there's so much more room. Oh my god. It's great. Okay.
I will keep. Because I think this hand has a chance to go places. So.
Alright, I'll play this Seabringer.
Alright. I am going to say...
Thank you, Lord Farquaad. That 28 months? Almost 69 months.
Yeah, that's pretty close.
Really close.
I am going to say... Sorry, I'm going to play Altruist Rostrum, Carpe Venum, and Exalt, Seabringer Krakoa, and then I'll play Reach Advantage and Raise the Tide. And it's your turn. I will draw 3.
Say... say Unfathomable. I'll reach with the Seabringer. Thinkorswim to discard a card from your hand. That's it.
You were supposed to play, like, 3 creatures there? Excuse me?
Essential. Okay. Your turn.
Alright, well. I'll play backup plan, so for each creature in excess of me, I get to archive one. Archive the top card of my deck, I should say. I'll final analysis.
There is a tide. Draw one.
I'll play Eddie and archive a card. And then I will play Tall Mage for 4. Yeah, I was hoping you would just play like 3 or 4 creatures, because that with the backup plan, that's like a good time for final analysis, because I'll get to archive a bunch, and so even though you draw a lot, I'll end up matching effectively, or like slightly better than matching, right? Because
you're not hand clogged.
Yeah, because if I have a board wipe in my hand, I can like leave stuff down in the archive. So
I'll say Starlance.
Oh, okay. This deck is slowly coming back to me.
I'll Technobabble. I will play Tabor, Septia, to capture the Ambervac on Septia. So I guess I'll capture on Tabor. And I'll discard this unit or discard. Your turn.
I don't think I leave Tabor alive. So I am going to say Sanctum. I'll play Honor and Glory and deal 3 damage to each flank creature. So I got 2 damage on them. Yeah. I will shifting battlefield and capture 1 onto All Mage. I'll discard this Grand Melee. And it is your turn.
Play Shadows. I'll play Secret Needle. Capture 1. Oh, actually, start of the turn. Septia captures 2. I will play the Sea Urchin and steal this one. I will play Secret Needle, Booby Trap, on nothing. Play Gas Pipes, and then I'll play Sack of Coins to do 4 there.
He did. It's actually hoping he would have survived there, because I wanted to rostrum him. Okay. I am going to put my archives into my hand, and I will say Saurians. I am going to play Wipe Clear.
Jeez.
Which will actually get rid of the Ambervac, which is important here. I'll play Reach Advantage and Raise the Tide.
The greatest Wipe Clear of all time.
I'm going to play Consul Primus. Faust the Great, Medicus Lacus. Faust, when I play Faust, I'll exalt there. And then I'll move this over to Gas Pipes. And it is your turn. Actually, I'm going to play all these Saurians first, no reason. No reason.
Ah!
Your turn, I'll draw 3.
Okay.
No reason.
I'll say, oh god. I'll say Starlance. I will put a Shield Duelator on Septia. Put a Z-Ray Blaster on Septia.
Hey, no.
I will play a Walmart. Septia will fight the Faust.
Okay.
I'll take 3. No reason. Alright, your turn. Legacy Hallow Blaster, gotta get the healed value. Check with 6.
Well, I am not stopping that. I'll say Sanctum. I'll Cleansing Wave. There was a reason the whole time!
Yep. Were there 2 Cleansing Waves in there?
Play Larry the Lake. Yes.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
And it is your turn. I will draw 2.
Alright, Forge.
Dude, if I could draw stuff together, it's because Justin didn't play 3 creatures on his turn 2. He for some reason just reaped and discarded a random card. I would be winning the shit out of this game right now.
You have the Tide? I have
yes.
the Tide wrong.
Yeah,
no, never mind.
Right.
I have it right. Okay, never mind. I'll say Shadows. I will play the Flying Spectre.
The Flying.
Play One-Eyed Willa and Dypno Spymaster and One-Eyed Willa.
Oh my God.
I got all these creatures out now. This Gas Pipes is gonna fight. Fight the. Oh, you have the Tide.
Yeah.
I will fight the Larry of the Lake.
Okay.
I put a damage on it. I'll ping it for 1. And your turn.
Alright, I am gonna say Saurian. I will.
Oh, I can't do that because then you would Forge.
Yes.
Because you'd Forge with Medicus. So I'll just read.
Okay. I am gonna say Saurian. I will play Venator Altum. I'm gonna ostracize that Agent Septia. Seeing as how I can't kill it in any other fashion. Medicus. You got a lot of like annoying creatures on the table. Has anyone told you how annoying your creatures are? I will rostrum here and then have Medicus kill Volmart. So it's just it's too many shadows. Put Volmart back on the table. I'll put this on the One-Eyed Willa and then kill the One-Eyed Willa. Okay. And it is your turn. I will draw 2 and say check with 7.
I'll say Unfathomable. Play a Frigorific Rod. Play Folia. Capture 1. Seabringer. Seabringer. I have to take the Tide to stop you. Is that worth? I also get to kill a creature and steal 1, so that's kind of good. I'll go ahead and take 3 chains, raise the Tide, and then use Dypno to have One-Eyed Willa fight the Medicus and steal 1. I don't have to worry about Medicus BS. I'll discard this Maelstrom. Take the AOA starter pack cheaply. Those 2 decks in there are my highest and lowest rated sass. Nice. Yeah, that'll happen. That'll happen. Did you get them at Ollie's?
I believe that sass is least accurate when it comes to AOA.
Is it less accurate than DT though?
Well,
Dark Tidings at AOA sass is pretty rough.
Yeah,
but I do agree with that.
For how long AOA's been out?
Yeah.
Yeah. I went and picked some up. I don't know if you were here at the beginning of the stream or not, but I went and got 5 displays and 5 starter packs from Ollie's together. So
Worlds Collide Unbelievable. Yeah, I feel like Worlds Collide starters definitely had really gas decks in them. I'm looking forward to playing with some AOA again though. It's great.
You've put a bunch of asshole creatures on the table. I don't mind telling you that. Board wipes back, man. Why did I play all those board wipes earlier?
I forgot about the Target deal. The deal just being that they had them on sale.
The deal being that they sold them anyway.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, I forgot about Elder.
I'm gonna say Sanctum. I'll play this Bulwark. Well, take 3 chains. It's worth it because I get to destroy the Fly Inspector here.
Yeah.
I also get the Strange Ordination. Now, I think you'll just tax me or whatever, so I'll end up having to pay all of that for it. Larry the Lake is gonna vent my frustrations onto the Dipno Spymaster. Assault will kill it. And it's your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw 1. So let's say check with 8. Yeah, this. Yeah.
I'll say it's unfathomable. I'll reap with Vacolia.
Yeah.
Increase the key costs. I will play Guiltspine Netcaster.
Legacy Maverick Earthshaker. Yeah, I could use that right now.
I miss Earthshaker. Cards like that were just like so great to just have around.
What's the other one? Hebe the Huge.
Yeah, Hebe the Huge is awesome.
That's the Brob. That's my Brobnar right there. That's the Brobnar I miss.
Yeah.
The Brobnar that comes and I'm playing kills all of the cowards.
Seaburger's gonna fight the Bulwark. I will abandon ship to return the Ultim to your hand. I don't have the Tides.
Okay.
And I will reap with Seabringer, and I'll rod the Rostrum. And I'll say check with 6.
Yeah, I'll forge. Spend all my 8.
I forgot about Hebe randomly being a knight, yeah.
I'll say Sarian. I'll play Consul Prime as Venator Altum. I will Carpe Venum, Wacolia, and Volmart. And it's your turn. I'll drop chain and draw 2.
I will forge.
The life force is draining out of my body.
I think I was
because I have all this. Because I have all this stuff. I played it too soon. I should have been more disciplined.
Discard Sherman.
Put the Sherman into play. Help me.
Play Storm Surge. Reap with the Guiltspine and exhaust Consul Primus. Exhaust the Ultim. Reap. 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 Did I miss a reap? Amber? Yeah, I did. I reaped 4 times. I had none. Am I insane?
No.
Okay.
You're... Alright, I am gonna say Logos. I'm gonna play Science. And then I'll play 3 creatures. I'll play Eddie, and Archive, and Seaborg, and Armadrone. And drop a chain and draw 5. And it's your turn.
Okay. Say...
Stack that Archon's call back in it. Oh! Justin's just gonna absolutely pistol whip me with his deck on stream. In the game directly after this. You guys want some free points? Bet on Justin for the next game.
I'll say Unfathomable again. I'm gonna fight the Eddie. I'm gonna fight the Armadrone. I'm gonna reap with Netcaster and exhaust the Larry of the Lake. I'll exhaust the Rostrum. I'll reap with Wacolia. Say check with 6.
I have no Amber control. Well, that's a lie. I have 1 Amber control. I'll say Sanctum. I am going to play Charge. and 0 Sanctum creatures. I will play Shifting Battlefield to there. I'm gonna heal or harm. It's got a capture icon. Capture onto Venator Altum. And Venator Altum will fight gas pipes. He's got too much armor. I will Cleansing Wave for 2. And it is your turn. I'll draw these 2 and then shuffle and draw. You joking with this? Dude, I am going to get smoked in this next game. It's going to be absolutely absurd, the things Justin is going to do to me.
I'll play Netcaster. That's fine. I'll reap. And exhaust Console Primus. I'll reap with Recolia.
Yeah, this is still the first game.
I'll reap with the Krakoa. I'll exhaust the Rostrum. Your turn.
Okay, I lose, but not before I play Information Exchange, which would have been stupid at some point during this game. I am going to Positron Bolt here. I am going to Phase Shift. I have this Grand Melee, but it kills all my creatures and doesn't do anything to you. So I'll Phase Shift this charge, and then I'll Archon's Callback, and then I'll lose.
Okay.
So the... Yeah, I didn't see the Logos. You may notice that there was an Archon's Callback, which makes, like, a deck really go when you draw it. There was also Phase Shift, which lets you have some efficiency. So I spent the middle part of that game having like 3-2-1 and 2-2-2 hands, and then I like took Chain somewhere in there, and I played a bunch of like mediocre creatures, and I like did some stuff. You may notice how I played that Science with no other actions and that Charge with no creatures. The bottom like 5 cards of the deck were all Logos actions, which all would have helped me. So yeah, this is, since we haven't played this deck in so long, it's one of those, it's easy to forget like what's actually in there, what I could like be drawing into and stuff like that.
Theoretically, by the time we get to the next round, we will remember the decks.
Hopefully. Yeah, that deck was coming to me. It was just like, I was like, okay, I remember this deck. This deck's pretty good. It's got a lot of wipes and stuff like that. But I drew all the wipes early, and then Justin played all his creatures, right? Like, if Justin has that board and I archive 8 cards and then final analysis, I probably feel pretty good about that game after that, right?
Let's get them bets out. I want to see some bets. This is the semifinal. I mean, the quarterfinals.
Bet now, Madge.
Yeah. I was gonna ask if the Sanctum was the weak part of this deck, but I actually don't think it is. It's pretty bursty and killy.
It's. I think if you have the Logos,
you're first.
I believe so. Okay. If the Logos does its job, if you can draw the Logos, because I had that one Logos turn really early, and then I spent the rest of the game trying to assemble a Logos turn, because I had Armadrone and Seaborg and Science, and those were in my hand for like 5 turns.
Jeez.
Because you had stuff on, you had like some Unfathomable, like the Frigger Ronald. So it's like, if I played 2 dinky creatures and discard an action, I might as well have just like skipped a turn. So I was trying to assemble like some other logo stuff to go with it, and Alright, well. Tabor. Go.
So there's a borrow in there, and I forgot about that. It was the last card in the deck.
Should have been pretty good against that rostrum.
So I'm thinking about discarding this rostrum. Because if you borrow the rostrum, it hyper loses, right? Like, it's not even close.
Well, the Logos creatures in this set are bonkers with Rooftop Laboratory, but typically pretty bad.
Yeah.
I mean, Seaborg is got the is good if you get it out first.
Take the Tide. I have no way to deal with a stolen rostrum, so I'm gonna discard it. It's too risky.
Ooh, what was all that?
Your turn.
Oh, he's running. Running scared. Okay. This is... You took the time.
Yeah.
I'm torn. I guess I'll say Shadows. I'll play Seeker Needle, One-Eyed Willa, and Francis. And we'll play as if you're going to Grand Melee. And it's your turn. Now we'll draw all three.
I will say Saurian, Carpe Venum, Exalt. These two. I'll play Reach Advantage and Capture. I will fight Francis. So you can steal. Your turn.
Okay, I'm gonna say Star Alliance. I'm gonna play Val Jericho. I'm gonna Reap with Tabor. And we're gonna use Tabor to play Frigorific Rod. And it is your turn. I'll draw two.
Say Logos. I will Positron Bolt the Willa. Then I'm gonna Final Analysis.
Felt as if you were setting that up.
I just drew that, so I was not saying
that. Okay. Like the previous turn was like a kind of a weird turn, so I was like, what's going on here?
You guys especially really bad. That's like one of the worst creatures in the set.
Yeah, it was crazy because Evil Twin Egad feels like it should have been printed.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
Evil Twin Egad is insane.
Yeah, like that's a creature you want to see. And honestly, probably at like uncommon because of like how powerful of an effect that is. I honestly wonder if you took the best Evil Twins
and replaced them
and the best good twins and you just got rid of the Evil Twin concept and you just put all of them into the set, what the set ends up looking like.
Did they waste like design energy on making opposite versions of of cards? I don't know.
Because like I do think Evil Twin Sea Urchin would be too much.
Yeah, right.
Because like if every Sea Urchin in the set was Steel 2, just ugh. But I think or 2/2 even, right? The Squire Alice stat line. Okay, I am going to say Unfathomable. I will abandon ship Armadrone.
I think Tall Mage is mostly fine.
Play Wacolia and Capture. I'll Storm Surge so you don't untap, and then I'll discard Maelstrom. And it is your turn. I will draw two.
Say Sanctum. I'll Honor or Glory. Blow that up. I will play Larry the Lake and Seneschal and Charge. And your turn.
Alright. I will take 3 chains to raise the tide. I think this is as good as time as any.
You want to play a creature first?
Nah.
Okay.
Nah. I'll play Hard Simpson. I'll play Gas Pipes. I'll play One-Eyed Willow. I'll play Sea Urchin and steal 1. I'll borrow nothing. And then I will Seeker Needle my Hard Simpson to steal 1. And it is your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw.
I'll say Saurian. Divinator, Ultim, and Faust. Faust will exalt Ultim. I'll play Carpe Venum and exalt this, and your turn.
Alright, I am going to say Shadows. One-Eyed Willa is going to fight Venator Ultim.
Okay.
So I'll steal 1.
He raised the tide before he played creatures. They didn't capture 2.
And then Sea Urchin will fight Venator Ultim to kill. Gas Pipes will fight Faust. So before fight, I'll put that on there. Faust, Gas Pipes will die. Seeker Needle Faust. And then I will get eddied right in the dick. I'll reap with Hard Simpson. And it's your turn. I'll say check with 11. It's your turn. I'll drop a chain. Yeah, I'll tell you to go ahead.
I know
it's good. And if you text me there, I've been mad about this.
Yep. Alright, I will say Sanctum. I will fight Willa. I will play Healer Harm.
It's elusive as of right now.
And I'm ready and fight Willa.
Okay.
And then I will play Grand Melee.
My Hard Simpson.
I'll play Shifting Battlefield on the Larry, and I'll reap with Larry. Your turn. Check 6.
Will Forge. I am going to say Unfathomable. I'll play Seabringer Kakawa. I'll Guilt Spine and capture on the Kakawa. I'll Frigorific Rod Seneschal. And it's your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw 2. You go ahead.
Say Saurian. Consul Primus, and I'll ostracize the Seabringer. Purged. Your turn. This is not going good.
I am going to say Star Alliance. I'm playing Volmart. He's like a turn early. I'll play Septia. He'll capture onto Septia. I'll play Z-Force. Z-Force is bringing the heat. And it is your turn. Z-Force is the shooters in these streets. Black.
Say Sanctum. Take chains for the dang armor this turn.
For just armor?
I mean, it's like more beneficial than just armor. But
Strange Ordination, then I could see.
I don't have Strange Ordination. That would make me insta do it.
Okay.
So I'll capture 2.
Dang old chains.
I will say Sanctum. I'll play Shifting Battlefield. Actually, this first. I'll play Bulwark. I'm gonna fight the Volmart. I will Shifting Battlefield the Seneschal. Fight the Z-Force agent. Take 4. And then I'll Cleansing Wave. 2. So they need their armor to keep this alive to get a heal. So it was close to
yeah,
the thing, and I have creatures alive. Alright, your turn. Z-Force was 8, yeah. So I had to get Seneschal the assault to kill it.
No. Okay.
It did not have armor. It was just 8 power.
Going to say shadows. I'll take 3 chains for the tide. I am going to play the Flying Spectre. I will booby trap right there.
So there, and the 5. And you capture 2.
Oh yeah. I am going to Seeker Needle, Sargasso. Then I am going to Sacco Coins for 7, so looks like both of those. And it is your turn. I will say check with 9 and draw 2.
There we go. So I'll back up land for 2. I will play this Eddie. I'll play this. Fletcher Forge for 9.
Oops.
Yeah, Sack Coins turns out is real good. And consistent.
Yeah. Well, let's just, I mean...
It's Shadow's mass removal.
Booby Trap, Sack of Coins.
It's so much damage.
Seeker Needle, too.
Yeah.
Like, right. This is the same thing. So I will say Star Alliance. Septia is going to pick up a Shieldulator. Septia is going to pick up the Z-Wave emitter. I am going to Unity or Discord to use the Guilt Spine Netcaster. So I'll Reap and I will exhaust the Seaborg. And then Septia is going to fight Eddie and then shoot the armor drone and stun it because the tide is high. And it is your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw 3. I had the Z-Wave emitter, the Unity of Discord, and the Shieldulator in my hand when you killed my Z-Force on the previous turn. He was the Z-Force was about to like come down from the ceiling and do some Mission Impossible stuff.
Say logos and pick up the archive. I will play Science.
Science!
I'll play Information Exchange and steal 1. I will play Phase Shift and gain 1.
You gain 1 for the Science on the Information Exchange?
Information Exchange, yes. I will play Wipe Clear.
No, my upgrades.
Gain 1, then gain 1. Damage. That takes damage. Unstun the armor drone. Play Tall Mage. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And play Archon's Callback. Gain 1 and I draw 5. 1, 2. Shuffle and draw 3 and don't drop this last chain. Okay. Your turn.
I am going to say Unfathomable. I am going to read with the Guildspine Netcaster. I will the Seaborg. I will Frigorific Rod the Armor Drone. I am going to play 2 Seabringers. And I will play a Netcaster. And discard this General Sherman. I was debating whether to hold it or not. I think I discard it. That's your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw these 4. Okay. Forge.
I'll say Sanctum. I'll raise the tide. So blows up the Flying Spectre. Strange Ordination. Play Cleansing Wave. 2. Oh, Grand Melee to kill Septia.
Seabringer dies, I raise the tide.
Oh, yeah, yeah. I guess I could have done that before I raised the tide.
Okay, so that you still have.
That doesn't change anything, right? No, because neither of them have damage.
You'd have to.
It doesn't matter.
You'd have to cleanse. Oh yeah, okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. So I'll just do that before I raise the tide. So I
sure.
don't have to just give you a free tide. I paid for this tide, okay? All right, your turn.
I paid for this tide, there, buddy. All right, I am gonna say Star Alliance. I'm gonna Techno Babble right there. Unfathomable Star Alliance when you've got the Techno Babble and the Unfathomable.
We have more than one deck that's doing that stuff, right?
Yeah.
It's just so oppressive.
It's like I want to get mad. I want to get mad at it happening at the one deck. I'm like, what's that deck that does it? But it's like multiples of it. Yeah. Like Star Alliance Unfathomable is like appears in a lot of these decks. Here's one.
Here's
one.
Yeah.
There's one. There's one. There's one.
There's like 5 of them.
There's like a bunch of, and no small amount of them have shadows, right?
Yeah.
There's shadows. Yeah. There's shadows. Here's shadows.
The same house combo.
So I'm gonna put a Z particle tracker on the Seabringer, and then I'm gonna give the Seabringer an Ambervac. I'll raise the tide, and it is your turn. I will shuffle and draw 4.
I'll forge. I'll say Logos. I'll discard the Science. I'll play Eddie, archive a card, and I'll unstun.
Okay, so start of the turn. Seabringer captures. Okay. Is there a way for me to definitively win? I guess it depends on what's your hand. You can keep taxing me forever, likely. All right, I'm gonna say Unfathomable. I'll play Seabringer Krakoa. I'll reap with Guildspine and tap the Seaborg. I'll reap with Guildspine and exhaust the Armadrone. I will Frigorific Rod Tall Mage. Seabringer Krakoa is going to go beat up Eddie. And when I do, I got to search through my deck for an upgrade, add it to my hand. I'll get Blaster. Yeah, Yeah, borrowed rostrum to go with all of this. And then we're gonna sink or swim to shot in the dark, discard whatever answer you may have.
Yeah, I'm very glad I did not give him that rostrum, because it would have trashed me.
Alright, your turn.
Okay.
Check with 6.
So, I'll say Logos. I will play this backup plan. What? Am I an idiot? I thought there was one Eddie in this deck. I backup planned an Eddie just now. Am I some kind of idiot? I'll play Final Analysis. And I had to draw into an answer. I thought I needed to draw into Information Exchange. And I did not. But yeah, if I would have drawn to Eddie, that would have been great.
There's 2 Eddies in that deck.
Yep, well, I lose then.
Elder. The game was closer. I still think that
was that the wrong play? I mean, it's only the wrong play because I did that, right?
Yeah, well, because it's all independent trials.
Yes, it is, right?
It's all independent trials when you're doing.
I wanted to get deeper into the deck, but it doesn't really help me. It's still an X card needed to be an X spot. Right?
You could have phase shifted something.
I could have had phase shift. I did have like reach advantage. If I had phase shift, I got a phase shift, reach advantage, or Faust. I had Faust in my hand already. So yeah, all kinds of sorry.
I think that you had lots of outs. I was trying to play as if you weren't going to have them all. So.
I could have held a turn and played the Faust to tax you one more turn, but then you could have taken another Infathomable turn and gone too high for me to stop. So I felt like I had to take the shot there. Yeah, you don't look at your roster borrowed.
Yeah.
It was a close game. Still, I almost came back in the middle.
Yeah.
With that one Logos turn. I was buried in chains,
well,
unfortunately.
The Logos decks just have so many outs.
Yeah.
Right? Like
Logos is getting hated out. I mean, look at the our selection.
Still like half Logos, right?
But it's all Unfathomable Starlines, as we said.
There's
majority.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Wait, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's 5.
5 Logos.
Logos decks, yeah.
Okay. Alright, next matchup. Whelmed Belinda is making their debut in the finals bracket.
I'm unwhelmed.
Dominant in the preliminaries.
It's so good at killing
It's
things.
very good. What was Frau Young one? Is the one with a million? No.
It's got Witch of the Dawns.
It's got 2 Witch of the Dawns. It's got Mookling. 2 Spoils Battle Medicus.
I don't know if the Saurian stands a chance against the might of this Whelmed
Belinda is going to murder everything.
Look at these spoils battles. Don't care. They're all dead. Enlist New Mary. This deck won off of Enlist New Mary, right?
Yes. Is that matchup?
Yeah, I think so. Got Medicus Lacus. 2 bubbles. Bubbles aren't nothing.
And by the way, on Wednesday, we move into the top 8, and we will see Mervigig again.
Yeah.
Wednesday. So that's exciting.
Yeah. Mervigig.
This is Unfathomable. Oh my god. Ugh.
It's quite a few Susurruses.
There's the best ship.
I don't. Yeah.
It's just so much value for one creature exhausting.
Oh god, the Calps. The Calps.
The Calps. Yeah. Get them bets out. 2.
Beat that.
Okay. 10.
It's my face when the opponent wants to keep creatures in play.
No good. Okay, I'll keep. Yeah. Liz Gabuck. Also, Wumbling is in my favorite sleeves.
Oh yeah, these.
Oh yeah, they're so great.
Fuck, I was not prepared for this.
The perfect creature against Belinda.
I will play Numquid. I'll do the damage to the Gabuk and I'll destroy the Gabuk. Ha! Mill the Crushing Charge. I'll play Staunch Knight and I'll play Shifting Battlefield. And it is your turn. I will draw.
Play Saurian. Play Hedonistic Intent. Exalt each flank creature. I'll play Rostrum. I'll play Sensor Philo, Magister Vita, Pterodactyl. Boom.
Excuse me. Natural 6-card Saurian hand.
Yep.
Excuse me. I am going to say Unfathomable. I will take 3 chains to raise the tide. I am going to Rakuzel's Chant to exhaust everything. And I will Storm Surge, so don't you dare think about readying next turn. I will play a Flame Gill, Enforcer, and Calpy. And it is your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw 3.
Say Untamed. I will play Mushroom Man and Assert Dominance, which I like to capture. I'll ready and fight Calp. Let's get skirmish. I'll play Mooklin. Your turn.
Boo. I would like to put my Numquid back into my hand. Alright, I got a turn before I gotta worry about it, so I'll say Star Alliance. I'll play Kirker, Operative Espion, Mutagenesis Researcher, and it is your turn. I will drop a chain and draw 3.
Say Unfathomable. I'll play a Frigorific Rod and a Gilt Spine Netcaster with a Capture and a Spark Fist and a Bubbles. I will Bubbles.
The Numquid?
Not the Numquid. I will Bubbles. We'll get the Kirker. And it's your turn. I'm ready, finally. Reloaded.
Alright.
The Frau 2 reloaded.
I am going to say Sanctum. I'm going to play first or last, and I'm going to purge each creature with the lowest power. So that's all the 2s.
Okay. Alright.
Staunch Knight is going to fight Magistra Vita.
Big oof.
Oof size, large. Numquid, I think, just reaps. And then I Grand Melee. I'll capture onto Espion. So Flame Gill will die, but Mushroom Man and Bubbles eat it. And it is your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw 2.
I'll say Saurian. On stun. We'll play Medicus. I will enlist the Numquid.
Welcome aboard.
I'll reap with Numquid. I will Rostrum. There. Fight. There.
It's elusive.
Oh, it's elusive. I will enlist that. Do that. Then fight that.
Okay.
That makes more sense. And then I'll reap with Sensor Philo. Your turn. Go 6.
I am going to say Unfathomable. I'm going to play Velucanth, Thistle Zealot, Hard Sign-In. I'm going to get wavy with it. Right about there. How about we kill 22 power with Saurians with the hard.
My might makes right. Rip. You're inside though.
You get the tide back. Okay, your turn. I'll draw 5. You can forge.
See, Untamed. Play Witch of the Dawn. For Mushroom Man. Play Witch of the Dawn. For Gabuk, the most powerful creature of all. Play Mushroom Man and Gabuk. Play To the Fittest. I need all our power counters, please.
Some more power counters. Got some more power counters over here.
Where's the Ambermancy at? That was all I needed. And then I'll play Keyforge. For sure.
Okay, so I'm going to point out this deck is 3 Grand Alliance. No, it's only got 1. I thought this was the 3 Grand Alliance Council deck.
I don't know if that one made it.
I've been playing as if I was going to draw a Grand Alliance Council any second now, because I was going to have plenty of Grand Alliance Councils to go around. This explains why I haven't seen this many Grand Alliance Councils. Okay, I am going to say... Yeah, he's done it twice this game.
I mean, once you start with it, it rolls, right?
Yeah. I am going to... I think it's literally the only reason he's in the game.
Probably, because I'm reloading the board.
Yeah.
I mean, we're on the Frau 3 revolution right now.
I am going to say Sanctum. I'm going to play Salvador. I'll capture onto the Heart Sign-In. I'm going to play Alms Master. I guess right here. I only got the 1 Grand Value. Yeah. Okay. Capture on the Zealot. I got 2 Hammergrams. 1, I think, goes to the Keyforge, so nothing dumb happens there. The next goes to Mushroom Man to keep him from crushing people.
Crushroom Man.
Crush.
More like Frau Ancient 2. Frau Ancient 3 reloaded. The Anna Frau tricks. What other Matrix things were there? Is that all? Is there a new Matrix coming out? What's it called?
I think there is. I think they didn't hear the greenlit a 4th Matrix.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah, it is. It is really tempting because I get to Espeon. Good God, dog. Come on. Come on. What are you barking at?
There was a noise.
You're barking at someone you love. Most likely. Statistically speaking. You're not barking at me. I'm right here.
Could be an intruder.
Is it an intruder? Would you even check if it was an intruder? Yeah, if I'd raised first. Kind of wanted the amber spread out because of his ability to just take it all if it was in one place, right? Okay, I'm going to take 3 chains to raise the tide, and then I'm going to use Espeon to use the Velucanth.
That dumps, right?
It's after
it's tied. Okay.
Yeah, if I raise it, I get to capture.
Gotcha.
Velucanth. So much garbage to take off the table. That deck doesn't really do damage, right? I'm gonna fight that Witch of the Dawn. And then exhaust the neighbors. And then Staunch Knight will reap. And it is your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw 3. It's a check with 6.
I'll say Untamed. I'll reap with Kabuk. Well, doesn't matter. I'm gonna waste not this Mushroom Man.
He is only
10 power.
Yeah, it's a
5
5.
cards. Four, 5. Then I will persistence hunting. Unfathomable. I could possibly maybe untap next turn.
How dare you?
And
imagine if you had gotten some clean uses of creatures this game.
Yeah. Okay. Keyforge.
Yeah.
Playing the coin game over here. Playing Kabuto Sumo.
Oh god.
Armor tokens.
Oh no. Okay. Alright. Okay. Alright. Okay, alright. Okay. Right. Starlance. I am going to play Triska and draw.
You have a key, right? Yeah, you just forged.
Yeah, this is flipped. I'm gonna play Kirker. Ready. I am gonna play Caring. Here, I guess. So the Alms Master can be used. I think Alms Master just reaps. I don't have a good clean fight. Just because they're too big. Mutagenesis Researcher is gonna reap. I'm trying to keep the Caring alive. I could play it on the other side of Triska, get a Zalvador use, and then a use of a Caring. It's like +1 Amber, but there's like a free fight. Unless I want to like put it in the between Kirker and Triska, but I don't think that works out either, right? That's ultimately the choice boils down to. Don't want to protect Caring. I think Caring's got a lot of upside if he sticks right here. And then I've got a Stunner that I'm going to put on Kirker. And Kirker is going to reap, stun, your book. And is your turn. Drop a chain, draw 3.
A lot of stuff. Say Unfathomable.
A little bit of board, yeah. This is like one of the grindiest games we've played in Dark Tidings in a while.
Bubbles the
Zealot.
I'm gonna play Portal. Take the Tide.
Get to use someone with Espion.
I'll fight the Alms Master. The Susurrus. Rod, the Professor. Professor's fine. I'm gonna Rod the Velucanth and Call of the Void Velucanth. I can't just have that being alive. Play Aquatic Raider, capture 2. I'll play Velucanth, play Fugger.
Because I'm a brain genius, I saved Grand Alliance Council from last turn. So I'm going to say Star Alliance. Now, how do I make sure everything you have in play is dead by the end of this turn?
Play a single card. Almost.
Carrying... I have the Mutagenesis Researcher...
Keep in mind that's Saurian.
Right. I have the Mutagenesis Researcher crash into something so I can use this Staunch Knight. Carrying. Alright, so I'm going to say Star Alliance. I'm going to Reap with Triska. Reap with the Mutagenesis Researcher. Reap with Kirker.
Oh, I didn't use a creature for taking the Tide.
You did. You fought.
I fought with Witch? Oh, yeah, okay. You're right.
Oh, Gak. So I'm going to choose Star Alliance, Sanctum, Unfathomable, Untamed.
Saurian.
Who did I stun? Oh, I gotta choose what to stun with this. I'll stun Medicus. Okay. And I will choose Medicus Legus.
To live.
Yeah. So, dead. 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 Okay. I will take 3 chains to raise the tide. I actually think I can do that with the Espion still on the table, and then Reap with the Salvador.
Yeah.
And then play Gak. I am gonna play Together. I'll capture onto Staunch Knight. Together is gonna let me play Kelp, and then shifting battlefield, I'll choose the Hard Sign-In. And then I can Reap with Carrying. That'll let me Reap with the Staunch Knight and Hard Sign-In. And it is your turn. I will say check with 11. I will drop a chain, draw 4.
Okay, say Saurian. Let's Crushing Charge. Play Spoils of Battle. Capture, capture, capture. Play spoils of battle. So I'll capture, capture, capture. Rostrum. Decadence. I guess I'll do. That's it.
I will forge.
The second spells, yeah.
You can unstun him.
Yeah, yeah.
I am going to say Starlance. I'll play Kirker and Kincan. And it is your turn. I'll drop a chain. I'll too.
Forge. So Untamed. I will play Mushroomman. Play All Tied Up. To the Tide. Play Assert Dominance to fight Kirker. Stun. And your turn.
Turn to duds here, man. Had that awesome turn and it, like, my follow-up was very weak. And you played 2 spoils of battle on me, which was just kind of like, I wish I had killed the Medicus Lacus when I had the chance. The problem was the 7 power wasn't like a clean fight. I couldn't fight him with one of my creatures and have that idiot die, so he's just hanging out on the table. I'll say Unfathomable. I'll play Flame Gill and Abyssal Zealot, and it's your turn. I'll drop a chain to you. Wow. I cannot believe the actions that are still left in this deck. I took a lot. For a deck that has Biome Discovery and Portal in it, I took a lot of chains to raise tides this game.
I'll say Untamed. Play the Staunch Knight. I will play the Fittest.
Actually, take counters off the table.
Yeah. I will fight the Flame Gill. I waste not. I think it's probably still worth playing. I'll waste not. Question is, what? Gabuk, I could possibly get a card. I keep Medicus on the table. Yeah, we'll get Gabuk. That's fine. Go Gabuk. Cards the Fittest. I draw 4. I'll Persistence Hunting the Zealot. Play Witch. For Witch.
I mean, he played
for Gabuk.
Waste Not in there as well, so
yeah.
I mean, he drew a lot of cards.
Alright, your turn.
Let's go.
Okay.
Illusion of Grant. Dude, if I had any... Oh, dude, I feel like my best actions were in the bottom 10 cards that game. So yeah, I mean, you got to play Waste Not twice. I don't know. I think I'm going to lose this game.
I think there are very limited windows where that deck can deal with a Calp, and I happen to have the answer when you played them.
There's 2 in that deck, by the way.
Yeah, no, and I think Calp can definitely beat the crap out of it.
Yeah, I am not looking forward to
this. Like a taunt or something. All right, so
I'm not looking forward to. I mean, you asserted dominance at twice. I mean, like, and I literally don't think the Untamed has any other way to deal with it, right? Yeah, it has to be assert dominance because Gabuk, Mushroom Man, Waste Not, All Tied Up, Key Frog, Mookling, Persistence Hunting, the Fittest, Witch of the Dawn, Witch of the Dawn. None of those destroy creatures if they're being played from the hand.
Crushing Charge the second time, yeah.
You're right. Now, this deck does have 2 Crushing Charges, right? Yeah. No, it's just got the one.
You're right, it's just one.
So, I mean, he got through the deck the first time, and I didn't because I had taken Chains because my Portal and my Biome Discovery were at the bottom of the deck, right? Like, there's a lot of sequencing that happened that game, and I think the game ended up still being very close. I know he ran up a bunch of Amber there, but when I had 11 Amber before the double Spoils of Battle came down.
I was really close to just finishing that out.
Yeah, so if I had actually gone through and killed everything, the part of the issue was that you played the 2 of the Fittest at the same time, so all of your creatures were bigger than every single one of my creatures.
Yeah.
And I did not have the selective preservation because you had about 8 creatures that were 7 power at one point in that game that would have all died to the one action, right? Like I said, there was a real big sequencing problem with that game. Okay, we'll roll forever.
7.
5. The dice are doing this to make me
6.
laugh because I'm not trying to get into tilt mode. It's just one of those where a game that close, I have like 1 different card at a different time. Then I feel like who won that? I ended up winning. Okay,
I had 6. I will mulligan.
I will keep. Yeah, I'll keep because this hand can go places. Well, I didn't have illusions. There were a lot of turns there. I think if I play illusions, I get to force a key through. And there were a lot of turns where that portal was probably just a free amber. Right? Like, there were several points in that game where I had the tide for a turn or 2.
Listen.
Alright, I am going to say Unfallible. I'm going to play Velucamp, and then I'm going to Bubbles the sign in on top of your deck. And it is your turn.
Nice, but forgot to draw.
Excuse me? I'll draw a turn. Go ahead.
Okay. Say Sanctum. Don't say Sanctum. Play Starlance. I will play Rocketeer Triska and draw. I'll play together Sign In. Play the GAC for those 2. And I'll play this Professor. Your turn.
I'm going to say Unfallible. I'm going to play Spark Fist. I'll call the Void, Professor Kieran. It's your turn. I'll draw 2.
Say Sanctum. Larry the Lake. I'll Hammergram. I'll discard Honor of Glory. I'll Shifting Battlefield. Something. See where it is. Your turn.
Alright, I'm gonna say Infallible. Play Mookwing, Keyfrog, and Mushroom Man. It's your turn. I'll draw 3.
Say Star Alliance. I'll Reap with Caring. Have the Sign and Fight Mushroom Man. I'll Selective Preservation. 1, 2, 3, 4. Fight Keyfrog. Play Skirker. Your turn.
I am going to say Saurian. I will play Spoils of Battle. I'm going to play Hedonistic Intent and exalt each flank creature. I'm going to Crushing Charge and take a chain. And then I will play Magistrate Vita. And it's your turn. Drop a chain. Go ahead.
Say Sanctum. Play Salvador. Capture. Play Staunch Knight. Play Grand Melee. Capture. Your turn.
I am going to say Unfathomable. I'm going to play Frigorific Rod. I'm going to play Bubbles, and I'll put the Staunch Knight on top of your deck. I will play Guiltspine Netcaster and capture onto Bubbles, and then I will play Photic Raider. And it is your turn. I will draw 5.
Say Sanctum. Play Numquid. Do damage to Bubbles. I'll kill Bubbles. Kill the Photic Raider. Fight the Netcaster.
You'll kill Bubbles.
Oh, he doesn't retrigger again, does he?
Yeah. Did you want to put the damage somewhere else?
Yeah, I'll put it on the Raider.
Okay.
Then I'll fight Netcaster.
This was on Bubbles.
Alright, your turn.
I am going to say Unfallible. I'm going to play the Susurrus. I will play Portal to raise the tide. Photic Raider will fight General Salvador. I'll Frigorific Rod Numquid. And it is your turn. I'll say check with 7 and I'll draw 2.
Say Star Alliance. I'll play Immune Justice Researcher, an Espion, and a Stunner. Your turn.
I will forge. I'm going to take some other turn. I guess I'll say Untamed. I'll play Witch of the Dawn. Get Mushroom Man. Play Mushroom Man. I'll play the Fittest. And then I'll Persistence Hunting for Star Alliance. And it is your turn. I will draw 3.
I'll say Sanctum. Fight the Photic Raider. I will purge each creature to the highest power, so I'll purge the Mushroom Man. And I'll play Staunch Knight.
I wish I had drawn the Waste Knot. I'd show you. Okay, I am going to say Saurian. I'm going to play Sensor Philo, Medicus Lacus, Pterodactyl. I have this Decadence. Is this Pterodactyl? I think it's Pterodactyl. Ready and unstun it. And it's your turn. I'll draw 4. And I'll tell you go ahead.
I'll say Unfathomable. Play Abyssal Zealot. I will take 3 chains for the Tide and use the Espeon to reap, stunning the Witch of the Dawn. I will Tidal Wave the Medicus, give you the Tide. I'll play Storm Surge, I'll play Velucanth and Flame Gale Enforcer.
Yeah, as soon as you played the Abyssal Zealot, I knew it was coming.
Oh yeah, I don't want to do that on Staunch Knights, but you're right. We'll go this way.
If I had the rostrum, I would feel pretty good about this game. But I have not seen it yet. So instead, I feel terrible about it. Nope. 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 Say Untamed. I'll play Witch of the Dawn. I'll get back Monsieur Moogling. I will play the Fittest. Go into your horde of. I'll play Waste Not on this Witch of the Dawn and draw 3. I'll play All Tied Up. Get 2. And I will assert dominance with this Witch of the Dawn. And I will kill Abyssal Zealot. And it is your turn. I will draw 2.
Say Star Alliance. Play Can. I'll play Biome Discovery and take the Tide. To use Staunch Knight to fight the Mookling. I'll reap with Espeon and stun the Witch. I'll reap with the Mutagenesis. Your turn.
Alright, I am going to say Unfathomable. I'm going to play Fuguru. I'm going to play Brain Drain to look at your hand.
Illusions, Hammergram, All's Master, Portal, Calp.
I think it literally has to be Calp. I think there's a scenario in which I lose the game if take your next turn and just slam Calp. Since I don't
tap all your stuff.
I don't have any removal for it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna Frigorific Rod the. What else is in your hand? The Frigorific Rod, the Flame Gill Enforcer, because I think that at least secures the key, which I'll take at this point.
Yeah. I do have the Alms Master.
Oh, yeah. Whatever. You take that. That Sanctum turn is shitty, so yeah, I'll let you take that Sanctum turn. See if I give a shit. See if I. You can take a shitty Sanctum turn. I don't care if you take a shitty Sanctum turn. You can take it. Yeah, it's your turn. I'll say check with 6. I'll draw 1 and then shuffle and draw 1 more. Keyforge. Do you see that unfathomable turn you can take?
It was good. I'm gonna say Sanctum. I'm gonna hammer this Fuguru. I'm gonna fight the witch. Take 2 more. And I'll play Alms Master there. Your turn.
I will draw 1 more. Alright. I'm going to say Saurian's playing Rostrum. I'm playing Philo. I'm Enlist Numenarian, you're Velucanth. You fool!
Mm-hmm. That Alms Master was a mistake.
You fool! And then I am going to Spoils of Battle onto Sensor Philo. And they'll both capture. I guess Espeon also gets that here. I will take 3 chains to raise the tide. Oh, you do steal 1 because there were no Saurian cards in play. Take 3 chains to raise the tide, which will let me. I can use them anyway, but I'll use Velucanth. I'm going to target right there, I think.
To reap or fight?
To reap. We'll fight. Fight would let me get, like, another 3. I gotta get your shit off the table. I'll fight the Alms Master, and then I'll exhaust the neighbors. Okay. And it is your turn. I had to take 3 chains to raise the tide. So I'll drop. Draw. Good.
Invaluable. Play. Portal. Raise the tide. I have Staunch Knight fight the Velucanth. I will play Calp. Illusions. I get 1 for the Calp as well. I think I still say Saurians even though I have a guy. Took a Saurian turn. I'll say Saurian.
Okay. My turn.
Oh, I had Flame Gill as well.
He was exhausted.
He was exhausted. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, your 6 power fighter, I intentionally exhausted that guy. Yeah. Whatever turn I took, it definitely involved him not doing anything. I have to say sorry. I'll spoils. He'll capture. That'll go there. I will rostrum to there. He'll fight that Calp. And it's your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw one. It's this right here. I knew you had the first or last.
Mm-hmm. I'll say it's unfathomable. I'll fight. I'll play Flame Gill. Foozle's Chant. And I'm done.
Okay. I am going to say Untamed. I'm going to play Gabuk. I'm going to assert dominance Gabuk and a Kelp. Kill. It's got a capture. I will waste not my Gabuk. So destroy trigger.
Never.
And then draw 3. Oh, Witch of the Dawn. Witch of the Dawn. Gabuk. And I will say check with 6. I'll drop the chain. 1. Got it. Forge. Not drawing the 15 extra cards that Justin drew playing this deck has really shown itself to be a problem this matchup. I actually thought I had a chance a couple of times, but I think this game is slowly falling out of reach.
I'll say Sanctum, which steal one. I'll play Zalvador, capture. I will honor glory 3 to flank creatures.
I think I could have played Crushing Charge every 3 turns this game, and I think it would have been in good shape.
Shifting Battlefield. Let's do this.
It just moves the 1 creature, so you'd move the midi.
Oh yeah, you're right.
It's not swap.
Right, it's not swap. But let's do this. Nope. I'll just leave it there. This is too complicated for me. I can't.
It's grand melee. So,
yeah.
Right. I don't think.
I think I have grand melee, right? Yeah, I do have grand melee.
Yeah,
I was trying to play my
Flame Gill over there, unless you're worried about Flame Gill dying.
Yeah.
Sure.
Yep.
Okay, I'm gonna say Unfathomable. I am gonna start by brain draining you. How about this? How about you go straight to hell, Vessel Zealot? I will portal. Raise the tide. They're mad. That lets me use Gabuk. Fight the mutagenesis researcher. Ah! So it puts it into play. I guess I don't get the play effect. Finally hit a creature. I am going to Bubbles that Espeon. If you don't mind, you've been in play for far too long.
Doing work too.
And I will say check with 9, and it is your turn. I will draw 4.
Say Unfathomable. I'm gonna take 3 chains. The tide. I'm gonna give it right back over this tidal wave. Play Blue Canth. Now, do I read twice or do I capture all your amber? Stop your second key. Risky. You don't have a lot of good ways to kill these flame golem forces, though. In that deck. They're just kind of hanging out. I don't know if Frau can stop 8. It's already played Spoils of Battles. Can Frau stop 6? Got a Mookling. Yeah, Mookling the power, or Mookling in the fittest. Mookling in the discard pile. Mookling back in the deck. Let's see. No. So he's got Mookling in play somewhere. But that's not threatening. I'm just gonna capture 6.
Okay. I'll play Fodder Crater, and then I'll Frigorific Rod. Okay. It's your turn. Stormstrong, how's it going?
What up? I'll say Starlance. Plays Espeon. Play Kirker. Biome Discovery.
Yeah, the Flame Gills are enraged, but there's no creatures in play, so they can do whatever they want.
And I'll fight the Fodder Crater with Salvador.
I got crushed by Crossbones. Okay, that's game. I finally drew this Crushing Charge. Too late to actually do anything. After all of these idiots got to take actions and stuff for 100 turns. I think if I could have hit the Crushing Charge early in the flip, I could have been fine, but without it, I was in trouble. Oh man, dude, I had some good Unfathomable that I could have hit. Because I think this matchup is very grindy, and I think it is who gets their Unfathomable. Like it's like who gets to exert their will on the board.
Yep.
And that whole game, I was just playing shit to get killed. It's part of my frustration with that game was that you played so many board wipes really early. I was like, that's the green light. I can play a bunch of stuff. But then you just kept killing everything that was on the table with fighting and stuff like that. And I think I got lucky in that you didn't play Calps.
Yeah, during
the part of the game where I was losing my ass. I don't think there were a lot of turns that I took and was like, I think he wins on the next turn, but it just like took so long for me to lose that game.
Yep, Flumble does not generate an Amber. It's got to reap with creatures, pretty much. That's one of the problems with it, I think.
Yeah, it's that classic Dark Tidings feeling of, this game is lost, I've lost, why haven't you beaten me yet? No, you have to prolong my suffering.
Yeah. That was the real reason I stole 6 Amber, or captured 6 Amber. That was only the second game.
Yes.
Each game is 30 minutes.
Yeah. If we were infernusing, at least the game would come to an end. Like, once we shuffle through the deck the first time, the game would come to an end faster.
Get them bets out, though. Do a bet.
3.
3.
Okay.
6.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, there was quick
3 again.
Okay. Not 6 cards of a house. Oh, mulligan.
Yeah. I don't. Did I even take? I think I maybe took 2 5-card turns that game. Maybe. I would love to see what the action total for that last game was, because I feel like you had a creature of whatever house you said on the table
every turn
for the vast majority of that game, and most of the time when I took a turn, I had like maybe 2 creatures on the table.
Alright. Purging the Mushroom Man was big, yeah. I never thought we'd say that, right?
Well, I mean, I didn't get the draw. Well, so I put the Mushroom Man into play on the hopes that I would draw it on the next turn, and I was like, I'll try to give him like one window where he purges it, and I was simultaneously I was like, if he purges just the Mushroom Man, that's definitely better than the scenario than in the previous game where I got to purge like 3 things at the same time, right? Okay, well, like, you fuck right off, dude. Get that out of there. I'm shifting battlefield for no plan. I'm gonna abandon what I was gonna do for that turn to kill some stupid pufferfish. Take your turn.
I'll say Untamed.
Every unfathomable card makes me more mad than the last one I saw.
Witch of the Dawning it back. I'll play Mushroom Man and the Fittest. And a Keyforge. Your turn.
Alright. I am going to say Star Alliance. I'll play Operative Espeon. I'll select a Preservation. It just kills the Witch of the Dawn here. I'll play Mutagenesis Researcher. I'll play Kirker. I'll put a Stunner on Espeon. And it is your turn. I will draw 5.
It's unfathomable. I will Bubbles the Espeon. I'll play Portal. Raise the Tide. And a Fuguru. Your turn.
I am gonna say Unfathomable. I'm gonna say Unfathomable. Yeah, I think so. I'll say Unfathomable. I'll take 3 chains to raise the tide. This might be a mistake. I'll Tidal Wave right there. I'll Recusals Chant. Exhaust Mushroom Man. And then I'll play a Kelp. And it's your turn. I'll drop a chain, draw 2. And then it's your turn.
What if every tide card... What if the tide symbol just meant if the tide isn't high, raise it? If the tide is high, you do the thing it says?
Oh.
You know what I mean?
Like...
Instead of chains. My mind was just running off the, like, chains suck. That's why this set is... got some problems, but like, what if that tide symbol just meant raise the tide if you don't have the tide, otherwise do the effect? You know what I mean?
Like every card with
every card is just that is built into the tide rule of like the symbol.
Oh, so like in that case, I could Recusals Chant. Then I don't know. It feels loaded. I hate symbols that are loaded.
Yeah,
right.
Fair enough.
A keyword that's loaded is fine because the keywords make sense, right? Skirmish, taunt, hazardous. Like, so if you don't have the room for the text on it, you at least like that's telling you something. Your card player brain is saying this means something. But just like a symbol that means something, yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'll play Mookling and I'll play All Tied Up. Your turn. I do like the reference on the back of the Tide card. Yeah.
Sanctum. Purged highest. See how it feels. And honestly, with the Calp in play, Waste Nodding is not even that good.
Right.
Because you would have to get to it.
Yeah.
And I don't think Untamed can get to
insert dominance.
I guess not with the taunt, right?
I could fight the Kirker and then Waste Not the Mushroom Man and then fight the Calp into it.
You'd have to arrange something.
Yeah.
So like I think you were gonna have to work for it. I will Numquid to kill the Mookling, do the damage to the Mookling, and then I'll play Larry the Lake. And it is your turn. I'll drop Chain and draw.
Yep, here's where I lose the Calp, I guess. I'll say Saurian. Play Medicus and discard these 2 creatures. Your turn.
What a good mechanic your opponent not playing the game is.
We might as well quit right now.
This is on what? I didn't have to take the chains, right? I'm on 1. I am gonna say Star Alliance. I will. Guess I'll play Operative Espeon. I'll play Caring right here. I'll Reap with Numquid. I'll Reap with Mutagenesis Researcher. And have Kirker fight Medicus Lacus, or is that just a mistake? I think it's a mistake to fight Medicus Lacus, so I'll just Reap with Kirker. I think I try to end the game, bring about the end of the game while. Okay.
I'll say
I'll drop Chain and draw 2.
Unfathomable, play the Susurrus, play Blue Canth, discard Spark Fist. Your turn.
I will Forge. Alright, I am going to say Star Alliance. I am going to Reap with Caring. I want to raise the tide. I get a lot of amber by raising the tide here. I think that's worth it.
Use your entire board.
Yeah. Okay. I'll take 3 chains to raise the tide. And that'll let me use a creature. I will Reap with Calp. Okay. I'm gonna Reap with Caring. So what I think I actually do here is jam Numquid into the Lucanth. Do 3. And then Reap with Larry with the other part of Caring. Reap with Espeon. Jam Mutagenesis Researcher into the Lucanth. Then jam Kirker into Medicus Lacus. I don't threaten, but I like clean up a bunch of your garbage. I'll play another Kirker over here in case you get any ideas about attacking this Calp. And it's your turn. I'll drop a chain and draw 1.
I'll crush your charge. It's
How
dead.
dare you?
Goodbye. Play Spoils of Battle. I'll discard this Decadence. Your turn.
Alright, gonna say Sanctum, playing General Salvador. Playing Shifting Battlefield. I'll capture there, capture here. I'll discard Hammergram, because you won't fight me in an open field of battle, you coward. Just because I've stopped you from playing creatures doesn't mean you can't fight me. I'll draw 3, drop a chain, go ahead.
Play Unfathomable. I'll Brain Drain you.
Yugi.
I'll put Blue Canth on top. All bubbles. With Skirker. Your turn.
Forge. I will say Sanctum. Play Almsmaster. Reap with Salvador. And
I killed my Sustress? What was I doing?
I don't know.
I was on the brain drain.
Oh, yeah. I'll drop a chain and draw to you. Go ahead.
I'm very sleepy at this point in the stream. It is close to bedtime. Very sleepy. Say Untamed. I'll assert dominance into the Almsmaster. I will play the. I'll play Waste Not. We'll draw 3 either way. And I will Persistence Hunting for Starlance. Play the Fittest. For sure.
I am going to say Star Alliance. I'm going to play Kincan and Kirker. And it is your turn. I will draw 3.
I'll say Saurian.
I will not steal one.
Play Rostrum. I'll enlist that Kirker. Play Pterodactyl. Play Sensor Philo. Play Spoils. And your turn.
I am going to say Infallible. I'm going to play Storm Surge. I will play Thistle Zealot. I will play Velucanth. It is your turn. I will draw 4.
Say Unfathomable. Cloud Raider. Play a Rod. These artifacts were way late. Play the Geltspine. Call of the Void, the Velucanth. And your turn. Kind of exhausting. Not ready anything.
I am going to say Star Alliance. I will with Kincan. I'm going to Grand Alliance Council. I'll choose Star Alliance, Sanctum, Fathomable, Saurian. Kirker will kill himself. Mirror Universe. I will play Triska and draw a card. And it is your turn. I will draw. Go ahead.
I'll say Untamed. Play a Buck and Waste Not. Draw 3. I guess I'll get it first. Oh.
Yep.
Play Witch. For a Buck. Buck. Assistance Hunting. The Velucanth. Stupid idiot. Your turn.
Sanctum. I'm gonna play Staunch Knight. I'm gonna Hammergram the Witch of the Dawn. I can play Staunch Knight here. That a little bit better. I'm gonna discard that Grand Melee because it is bad. And I think I just Reap twice. I could probably engineer a game end state sometime within the next 15 minutes.
I'll say Saurian. Play Magistra Vita and Exalt and Reap the Buck. I will Spoils of Battle.
Spoils of Battle is making me so mad. Salvador Capture Song.
And I will Hedonistic Intent. I'll Rostrum. I'll Crushing Charge. I'm done.
I am going to say Unfathomable. I'm gonna play Hard Sign-In. I'm gonna play Calp and gain one. Feels like the late 1980s Detroit Pistons is what this deck is, what Frau feels like. Win or lose, I walk away from the game beaten up. I am going to Portal. Illusions of Grandeur for Saurian. Say anything other than Saurian at game 3. Is that right? Do I say Untamed? If you say anything other than Untamed, I think that is more correct for me to say Untamed. The only thing in Untamed that stops me is the Mookling. At game 3, you could Mookling in the Fist. I think it is Untamed. I think I have Illusions of Grandeur for Untamed. Blue Canth will fight Buck. Even better. I'll tap Magistra Vita. Okay, and it is your turn. I'll draw and then shuffle and draw 3 more.
Play Mookling in the Fist. And pray.
I am going to say Star Alliance.
The Waste Not Keyforge, that would have been good too, yep.
Waste Not was over there.
Oh,
so
yeah, okay. Yep.
I factored that in.
Mm-hmm.
I knew the Keyfrog victory was possible, but the assert dominance was gone, so and I don't have a Kirker, so he couldn't just like run the Keyfrog into something and win there. Okay, so I am gonna say Star Alliance. I'm gonna discard Operative Espeon. I am going to play Kirker. I will play Biome Discovery. I get to look at the top 2 and discard one. So discard that. I am going to play Together. I'll capture onto Kirker, and then I will play Shifting Battlefield. I'll move the blue Canth over to here. Capture onto the... And it is your turn. I'll say check with 10, I'll draw 5.
That's it. Keyfrog all tied up. Again,
Doesn't do it, yeah.
Keyfrog, so. Close one. Very close. Ooh-wee.
Yeah. That match was pretty good. It was very, at times, very frustrating to play because you're just like, you just take these mediocre turns and you're like, well, maybe this will add up to something, and then it like doesn't, right?
Yeah. Belinda made it. Squeaked it out. Is that without the illusions too? I had brain drain, but I don't think I could have stopped you that turn and brain drained is the problem. So I think I had to take that untamed turn regardless.
Okay, so the question was, you had the other spoils of battle.
I did not have that. If you said sorry, and I think I had lost there.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was one of those where fighting and milling the fittest. I know there's 2, but I milled one of them. So
it was like those had to be the exact 2 cards in the hand, and they would just happen to be so.
And you couldn't do anything with the Calp. You couldn't do anything else.
Yeah,
right?
exactly.
So
yeah,
I don't know, maybe Saurian was the call. I just didn't want to engineer some sort of Medicus Lacus bullshit, right?
Yeah,
that was what I was scared about.
Okay.
I didn't want you to like be able to use the rostrum either.
Right, the rostrum was a big deal.
Because you could also like enlist new. I feel like there's a lot of things that could have gone wrong if you got to take a Saurian. I know you just played 5 Saurian cards, but it doesn't mean shit, right?
Mm-hmm.
Like because you could just draw 5 more Saurian cards and play them. The Saurian actions in that deck are pretty nasty.
All right.
So I won that game, but man, I'm not happy. I'm not happy after the game was over. I made the right call. Was there an unfathomable option? Saying unfathomable? No, he had like all kinds of stuff that could capture in the unfathomable in this deck.
I think they were dead.
The Guilt Spine Netcaster, I believe, has a capture icon on
and
it.
the Raider, I think, was dead.
And the Photic Raider.
I had Call. Okay, I did have Call of the Void, and the Artifact.
Call of the Void
and the
could also stop a.
I'm not sure if you would have gone past 6 though. No, you were still.
I was at 8.
Yeah, I think you won with that too.
I
think the
don't
game was
remember
this deterministic by then. Honestly,
I don't remember the status of the Photic Raider.
Mm-hmm.
If the Photic Raider was in the discard pile, then it was a deterministic win.
Yeah, I'm not sure if it was or not, honestly.
By illusioning,
I think it was because I think it was down there, way down there.
Yeah, I could have thought about it. So
probably the damage. Yeah, there was a lot of bets against.
But Frau, so I mean, Frau is like I think this is a pretty good example of a Dark Tidings deck that doesn't look like much. And had we not played this deck as much, I think it would be very easy to
discount it,
to like write off this deck. It's not like the best deck in the world, right? But it's a deck that has lines because this is the because you won with the stupid Medicus Lacus and Keyfrog game in a game.
I think
right?
last match,
because I didn't
its last match, yeah.
Because I didn't kill the Keyfrog, and then Medicus Lacus came down. 2 spoils of battle happened, and then the Keyfrog died to a crushing charge.
Crushing charge, yep.
And it's one of those where it's like this deck doesn't
game on the spot like that.
It doesn't have because of the waste knot. It doesn't really have like a ton of efficiency, but sometimes you could set up a really dumb turn.
Yeah.
So this is actually honestly this is probably a good adaptive deck because there's several doubles in the deck, and I like having doubles of cards in your adaptive decks because the games play more consistently. And so like this is an example of a deck that I think like
yeah, it was really good. It was a crazy turn.
Well, it was one of those where, like, I had the choice to either kill the Keyfrog or kill something that impacted the board right then, right? And I was like, what are the chances something dumb happened? And then something dumb happened, right? Like, it was one of those where I know the Keyfrog is a problem. And you've got, like, 2 Witch of the Dawns.
Yeah.
I think that gives you a ton of consistency. That's the thing, like, that's what the thing I really like in adaptive decks. This is a fairly slow, methodical deck. I like that in an adaptive because you don't want a deck that can just win the game out of nowhere. Because if
your opponent might high roll
give it to your opponent, they high roll with it, you low roll with it, and you don't even get to the bid chains phase. I bet this deck does not like chains, which is usually a strike against adaptive decks that I like to play. Because if it ends up being the best,
I guess if you get to that point and you can bid on the opponent's deck.
Fighting Walloon.
Thank you. 8 months with Prime. Appreciate that. All right, well,
yeah.
On Wednesday, we're going to get to the top 8. We're going to see Mervigig again. Yeah. Very exciting. And we're getting to the very last match with the Implacable Dr. Binder, where we have not seen it all yet.
Yep, he returns.
The 5-1 versus MO Waltrip, the 39,285th.
The Implacable Dr. Binder is the Tide Warp Mecha Booey deck.
Oh, it's just been hanging out down there.
The Implacable Dr. Binder!
At the bottom of the bracket.
Just waiting around.
It's going to start heating up down here.
Yeah.
We're heating up over
Yeah, I mostly like the decks that are left, right?
Yeah.
Like, there's some good stuff.
I mean, yeah.
And like this game, it's just when I lost the first game with Whelmed and like thought that Whelmed was like favored.
Yeah.
Now that last game, had I not pushed early for the keys while with the Calp on the table,
I had to take like 4 turns of nothing, right? And it was still very close.
Had I not pushed,
there are definitely Maelstrom decks left.
Oh yeah. Most of the Infallible left has Maelstrom. But yeah, had I not pushed in that game, I would have lost. That's one of those where the game itself was frustrating, but I hope it was better to watch than it was to actually play. There are a lot of game, like I remember when we were watching like we were casting the Grand Championships or stuff like that. You're watching games. You're like, man, I wish I was playing this game. There's like some really good stuff.
Yeah.
I like Unfallible versus Unfallible. I'm like, nah, screw that. I don't want to play that game. Do not put me in that game. I do not want to be in a high pressure situation of 2 Unfallible decks going against each other.
Yeah. All right, that's the stream. It's late.
We're done.
Go to bed.
I'm going back to playing Path of Exile.
Thanks for watching. We'll see you Wednesday for more. Goodbye.
Goodbye.